Happy Sunday, Striver. I hope today's message finds you buoyant and renewed with the energy of life. That this Sunday you take a few minutes just to feel blessed and satisfied with life. Yes, you can still grow. Yes, there's still things to do. Yes, you can build greater abundance and major things in your life, but still today, take a breath and just accept life and its gifts for a second. So often we think of personal development and high performance as this, war against time, this need to build, pack our day full of all these strings of achievements so that one day we can feel fulfilled. But of course, the more personal development work you do, the more you realize life is really about finding the flow and the peace and the joy, and yes, the satisfaction, fulfillment in the moments, in the days, in the experiences, not out there, way out in the future after all these perfect conditions have been met, but here, my friend, here. The reason you're doing personal development is because you hope that you could feel a little less stressed and a little happier, that you could build a little bit more joy, a little more happiness, a little bit more peace, a little bit more relaxation into life. So why can't that happen today? Why can't it happen for you today? I love asking people that. As a coach, I have to work with people to determine what their focal points are, where they want to focus in their personal and professional lives, where they want to focus in their relationships and their mission. And so often people, describe some far distant thing. And often when I ask why they want that, it comes down to a feeling or emotion. So I ask, well, why can't that be today? Why can't you be satisfied today? And this brings up a very important myth in personal development, that satisfaction is somehow terrible. Matter of fact, there's this old mantra, never be satisfied. And this was usually perpetuated by people who have never studied personal development or psychology. Never be satisfied is things that people say usually when they're just a few yard lines from burnout. Never be satisfied is what people say when they've never coached individuals one-on-one over a long period of time. Never be satisfied is things we say in movies because movies are nice mantras and movies last 2 hours. But life is a much longer movie than 2 hours. Anyone who studied peak performance, personal development, or high performance studies knows that to those who are, quote unquote, never satisfied, while it sounds like a good internal mantra, they tend to be less happy, even with their achievements over a period of time. It's those extraordinary people who've achieved great things and they're still unhappy because they never learned to take the fulfillment and the satisfaction and the wins along the way into their psychology, into their identity. And so they have a lot, but they don't like the way they feel a lot. And so today's message is ultimately about satisfaction. I know you might be one of those people, and often people are when they first come into personal development. They are very attracted to the never be satisfied mantra, which is just saying, hey, seek excellence, seek to do great things. Don't settle for less than you are capable of. Those are all great mantras. Those are good things, just like most personal development things. However, never being satisfied means never enjoying life. Never accepting into our identity our own worth or the beauty or the faith or the perfection of these moments that happen in our lives that weren't even of our own will or effort, but were blessings from on high. So satisfaction. Can you have satisfaction? Can't you have it today? Just a little bit? I like the mantra of strive satisfied. To strive satisfied means, yeah, you're still working hard. You're still trying to create great things for you and your family in your future. You're still going for it. You're still working for the dreams. You're not, not taking action. But it means while you are taking action, you're flowing with it, that you're finding peace even in the hard work, that you're finding joy even with the fails, even with the lessons learned. I think you can strive satisfied because there's 4 areas that you could be satisfied in right now if you chose to. And these 4 areas are not perfect. See, that's the confusion point. People get confused. They think, well, things have to be perfect for me to be satisfied. No, they have to be usually congruent and progressing. So let's talk about where you can be congruent and you can be progressing and feel that sense of satisfaction. 4 areas. Number 1, your character. Most people who are never satisfied in their life actually aren't satisfied with themselves. They don't like the character, the person who they become, the character, the integrity of who they are. And that cannot be solved by any external achievements. You can be on the covers of magazines. Trust me, I've been on them. You can be on the, on the top of the stage, on the billing, of the arena. I've been on it. You can have all the, external wealth and accolades you ever thought or ever even dreamed of, even way beyond, had that. But if you aren't happy with yourself, then all of that just feels like trappings. Your character. Be a person of character, a person who knows one's values and follows them, that you are congruent with the best of who you are. Yes, you'll have bad days, but those bad days, listen, they happen. You can still be satisfied because you're extending yourself, you're trying, you're working, you're giving your best, you're being honest, and you're being yourself. If those things are relatively true over a period of time, hey, that's okay. Be satisfied. Today, maybe you can just acknowledge God or your creator or luck or all the events of the past that have brought you to the person you are today. Because I promise you, if you're listening to this right now on Growth Day, if life and the universe or God somehow crashed us together where I'm speaking in this mic and then hours later, here you are listening to it, let me share with you, I believe that's destined. I believe that people of the character who want to grow find one another. They create communities that grow and change the world. That people who seek personal development do so not because they're perfect, but because they recognize how much they can grow, how much they can give over a period of time. And that's inspiring. The mere possibility that you're listening to something to make yourself better today, take satisfaction in that part of who you are. That's a good thing. The second area you can draw some satisfaction from is your connections, meaning your relationships, the quality of the connection you have with family or friends or those closest to you. And if you're struggling in that department, welcome to humanity. No one gets that right 24/7. But I bet that if you listen to personal development, you want to be a role model for others. You want to be a good mom or dad, a good team leader. You want to be a role model for others who you love, serve with, live in community with. And that impulse is a beautiful thing. Take some satisfaction in that. Acknowledge yourself. Recognize how universally that can benefit people. That personal development itself helps us improve our relationships. And that you want to do that, be proud of yourself. That means taking satisfaction in self. Third, you can be satisfied or not in the area of creative expression. The things that you do each day to express yourself. For me as a writer or as a teacher, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm creatively expressing myself. What I've learned in my life, the research I've conducted, all those hours and years coaching one-on-one in large groups and through millions of people through online courses, I think about that quality of creative expression. Today's session isn't great, but I just had a holiday and I'm fatigued and yet I'm showing up. Will this be the best session I've ever done? Probably not. Will I enjoy this? Will I finish this and say, good job, Brendan? I will, because I want to strive satisfied. It doesn't mean that tomorrow I won't say, gosh, I'd like to have a little bit more energy. Let me make sure I get my workout in before I do my recording. Sure. But my creative expression and the intent behind it, you can be satisfied as you strive with that. Last idea is contribution. Satisfied with what you're giving to the world, where that means you're giving to your family, giving to your neighborhood, giving to a team, giving to a cause, a mission, a purpose, that often this one, so few people give them the gift of satisfaction. What I mean by that is they are givers. They have put good work out there. They have striven to be excellent. They have thought about the outputs that matter. They have, in their own unique ways, contributed to their teams and their culture or their families. And yet so often people think, I'm failing here, or I'm a loser here, or I haven't given enough. And the reality is that's where a lot of pain comes from for people. You know why few people ever contribute great things? Is because when they achieve their first great thing, they didn't give themselves a pat on the back, didn't take any pride on it. They were insufferable. They could not be satisfied. And so what happened? They burned themselves out, or they recognized the reward wasn't there, or wasn't what they thought it'd be. And so they quit and moved on to a new thing. And they never became masters. They never achieved that greatness they could have, because the little contributions along the way, they never recognized. They never internalized as wins. And so they thought, well, that wasn't rewarding. And please note the emphasis there. They thought that wasn't rewarding. They were looking for the external achievement to give them a sense of reward, when we all know the game in personal development is really the internal rewards we give ourselves, the intrinsic rewards of self-satisfaction, of recognizing, and yes, even encouraging or praising oneself, that comes from saying, hey, I'm on path here. I'm trying. I'm working at it. I'm not perfect. But you know what? I had a good day's work. I can be satisfied with today. Tomorrow, I'll work at it again. I'll be on the path of excellence, even on the path of greatness or mastery, and I'll learn a lot along the way, and I'll lay my head down the next day knowing I progressed, I tried, and I'll be satisfied. Each day, you can finish the day with, thank you, God. Thank you for aligning everything that led up to the events of this day. Thank you for allowing me to give today. I hope that tomorrow I continue getting better and I fulfill my ultimate potential and purpose that you have designed for me. And listen, if you're a person who doesn't believe in God and you just want to feel a little better, give yourself the same dang gift. At least talk to yourself at the end of the day. Say, hey, good job, man. You showed up today. You know what? The kids got fed. You know what? We paid some bills. We're moving things forward. We still have big dreams. We still have time. We're working towards it. Let's be at peace tonight. Let me lie in peace tonight. The day is done. I did what I could. I'm satisfied enough. Tomorrow I'll wake up hungry to learn, hungry to give, hungry to serve, hungry to build towards that excellence, and I'll be on my way. Tonight, I rest. If you enjoyed this daily fire today, hey, it's Sunday. That means it's a great day to go into your GrowthDay app and click on the Life Scores section and do your weekly review. Your weekly review is what allows you to score how you performed in what we call your high performance habits this last week. It's a look back to score yourself in the critical areas that we know from research builds you towards long-term success and maintains your wellness and your positive relationships in life. It means you succeed without wrecking your health or your relationships. That's why you need to fill that out every week at some point. Now, I'm on a Sunday schedule. You might be on a different schedule when you do your weekly review, but I encourage you to do it. It's in the Life Score section of the GrowthDay app. And listen, if you know one of those achievers who never gives themselves credit, who never seems happy, who's always frustrated along the way and is hoping for someday a payout, do yourself something today. Go to growthday.com/gift, punch in their name and email, and give them the gift of GrowthDay. Maybe a message like this or the messages of personal development might help them realize that they can actually enjoy this ride of life. That even if they strive for great things, they can have joy and peace and happiness and a sense of presence and flow. Please give the gift of GrowthDay this season. I think somebody you know and love will appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you showing up. These daily fires have become so popular and I'm so humbled by it. I'm so grateful for this community. It's so amazing to think of people all around the world who just want to grow, who want to feel better, who always remember that no matter what's going on in our lives and how hard it gets, that there's so much potential within us, that we are stronger than we think, that we can build a future that is better for us, that we can always remember every day is a great day to grow.